He went back to the dorm. He got out of line, went back to the dorm, and told his roommate, he said, I've just seen the girl I'm going to marry. Butch sat up in bed, and he said, what? He said, I've just seen the girl I'm going to marry. Well, what's her name? He said, I don't know yet. Yeah, Dr. Dodson says there's no such thing as love at first sight.
It's true.
He doesn't know Joe. So he asked me for a date, and I said, no. I said, I have a boyfriend back in South Dakota. And he famously said, who cares? He's not here.
Oh, that's so cute.
As the fall went along, Joe kept asking me and asking me. And I kept saying no. On a Friday night, 2 or 3 weeks, I said, okay, where do you want to go? He said, well, let's go out to the amusement park in St. Louis. Lots of rides, So we did that, and I had a great time. He was a perfect gentleman, But in our conversations, I found out he was a preacher. He'd already been pastoring for 4 years already. I had said for a long time I would never marry a preacher because I never knew of any preachers' wives that were happy. They always looked like they were miserable. And I thought, who wants that, He said, I had prayed for years that when I met the girl I was going to marry, I would know it. And I would know it. And he said, I was so certain of it. But he said, you kept telling me, no, 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 no. So he said, I thought, well, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I, thought something that really wasn't true or there. So he said, I'm going to put out a fleece. He said, I've never done this in my life. And probably he never did it again. But he said, if I ask her to a St. Louis Cardinal ball game and she says yes, and I get a ball hit by Stan Musial, I will know that she's the one. Here's the ball.